Okay, let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna try to teach you guys how I learn how to tap strafe. It's not gonna be a whole guide on like how to how it works, cause like me myself, I don't know how it works personally. So I'm just gonna explain how you could do it and what changes you gotta do to your game for you to be able to be, tap strafe. The first thing you wanna do to be able to tap strafe is you go to your settings. When you go to your settings, you go to keyboard and mouse. When you go to keyboard and mouse, you gotta scroll down to your movement, right? So you movement keybase. When you here, you gotta bind one of your scroll wheels. It can either be a scroll wheel up or a scroll wheel down. I prefer scroll wheel up because it's a little easier on my hand. It's a little faster. What this is gonna do is basically just give you two forward keybands. I don't know how it actually works, but this is gonna allow you to tap strafe. The second thing you could do is get a fastest legend. My go-to for me to learn how to tap strafe was Arcane. The boost that he gives you is a little better for you to have more momentum whenever you're gonna tap strafe. Let's say if you're gonna tap strafe normally, for example like this, right? You gotta have some momentum into it. So when you start doing it, it's gonna be a little complicated because you're not gonna, have the technique down. So if you have the speed and then you just slowly going up and up, you eventually gonna be able to tap strafe more frequently.
Faster, faster, faster.
Okay, so let's get into it. So the thing that I saw that helped me the most, it was tap strafing.
Throwing jump pad.
Jumping already gives you like a boost, you know. So I'm gonna explain right now how you actually tap strafe. So tap strafing is when you just go and change the direction basically. For example, like this, just go and just change wherever you're going. Go forward and just go to the left right away. Okay, so I'm gonna. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna make a video about how to learn it. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna make a video about how to tap strafe. I'm gonna teach you guys how I learned how to tap strafe personally. I'm not gonna get too into like details of how tap strafing works. I'm just gonna show you the steps that you gotta follow for you to learn how to do it. Because like me myself, I don't know like uh how it works. Like why are we able to top trade for any of that? I just know how to top trade. So let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is change to a different legend. The legend that I started learning to top trade with, it was Arcane. Arcane, he has his stems, he has a little more momentum, so it's a little easier for you to top trade with him than with a regular, player. It's a little easier for you to top trade with him than a regular it's more easier to top trade with him. The first thing you want to do for you to learn how to top trade is go first thing you want to do to start top trading is change to Octane to learn. So just at least for the beginning of your top trade, try to do it with Octane just so you can use his stems. His stems, you're gonna use them for the extra momentum that it gives you. So it's gonna be a little bit easier for you to top trade. You don't have to actually play in real matches with Octane for you to top trade. You could just learn with him on Fire Range, and then translate that to your legend. Let's do that. We go to Octane. My preference to use Octane to learn for why I say that you gotta why I say to use Octane is because I'm recommending you guys to use Octane to start top trading because I'm recommending you guys to start. I'm recommending you guys to use Octane to I'm recommending you guys to use Octane when you're gonna start. I recommend you guys to use Octane when you I recommend you guys to use. Oh my god, let me stop moving because I can't even speak apparently. Ah, fuck. I wish my fucking recorder was a little better. I didn't have to stream this shit. No, my shit looks caca, bro. Okay. Alright, no, my stomach again, low key. Hello, guys. Alright. Hello, guys. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna make a video about how to learn how to top trade, or at least how I learn how to top trade. For this video, I'm not gonna get into like how top trading works. I'm just gonna show you the key events that you need to change and the steps that you gotta do for you to be able to top trade. So let's get into it. The first thing that you wanna do. The first thing that I recommend you to do is to use Octane. So he's a fast player. You can use his extra momentum that you can get from his teams to top trade better. For you to get better top trade, the more momentum you have, the better your top trade is gonna be. So that's why I recommend you guys to start top trading with Octane. You don't have to like go to actual matches with Octane for you to be able to top trade. You just use them on Fire Range so you can develop it and then translate it to whatever legend you play. Alright. So the second thing you're gonna have to do is go to your settings. When you're in your settings, go to the movement keybinds and go to your W key, right? This W key, you're gonna bind the second key with your scroll wheel. It can either be a scroll wheel up or a scroll wheel down. It doesn't really matter, it's just your preference. But I recommend you to do a scroll wheel up because I tried both, and it feels better when you have it on a scroll wheel up for some reason. At least for me, you know. So after you're done with that, the third step is
Jump pad out.
learn how to tap drift. So for you to be able to tap drift, for you to do a tap drift, you gotta go forward, right? You gotta slide and jump, right? Slide, jump, slide, jump. This should be pretty easy, you know. It's a pretty normal movement in Apex. So, you know, just you know, take the momentum, you know, slide, jump, slide, jump. Now you're gonna want to add, looking to the side or which direction you want to go, you know. For example, see, I want to go to the right. I just, you know, slide, jump to the, just go with your mouse to the direction you want to go. We're not gonna just practice that moment. Just practice that movement for a little. So you get used to it. Just, you know, jumping and then going to which direction you want to go. You know, slide, jump, look, slide, jump, look, right? So whenever when you get this down. So when you get this down, what you want to do is implement the other stuff to it. So for you to tap drift, you know, after you get this down, right? Now you want to add the other steps. So, you know, like I said, the first step is, you know, slide, jump, look to the side, slide, jump, look to the side, right? So now what you want to do is, when you slide, jump, and look to the side, a scroll wheel up or down, wherever you have it on, in the all in the same motion. Like you know, slide, jump, scroll. You know, slide, jump, look, scroll. Whenever you look to the side, you gotta be scrolling when you look. See, you scroll, look, and scroll, look. You gotta do that movement at the same time. That movement has to be done at the same time. So it's basically gonna be a slide, jump, scroll. You know, slide, jump, and look to the direction you wanna go, and scroll wheel at the same time. Slide, jump, scroll wheel. See? Slide, jump, scroll wheel. So that's gonna be the second thing that you're gonna have to learn and get used to. So let's add let's keep adding steps. So the other step that's gonna be is to actually move your keyboard to the direction you wanna go, or tap drift to, you know. So you're gonna implement all of that. So for you to tap switch is gonna be the same thing that we just went through. Just slide, jump, and look to the side, and scroll wheel at the same time. Slide, jump, look to the side, scroll wheel at the same time, right? So when you do this, now you're gonna have to add the direction where you're going. Press the key, either A or D, right? So whenever you want to go to the right, you're gonna have to press the D key, right? D key, and turn your mouse to the right. So it's basically gonna be, you're gonna go slide, jump, look to the side, scroll, and press the key all at the same time. You gotta scroll and press your key where you want to go all at the same time, and look at the direction you want to go. So it's gonna be a single movement. You know, slide, jump, look the side, and scroll wheel, and press your button to wherever you want to go. In my case, I find it a little difficult to use A for some reason. My hands, it just doesn't feel comfortable doing it. So I just bind it to my E. So it just, tap drifting is just about feeling good, you know, about, you know, like you being comfortable how to do it. The more comfortable you are with your keybinds, the better you're gonna do your tap drifters. So I just bind it there, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna try to use A for it, you know. So for you to tap drift to your right, you know, for you to tap drift to your right, you know, you gotta do the step. You gotta do the step that we already went through. So you slide, jump to the direction you want to go, and scroll wheel at the same time, and press the key, right? So slide, jump, press the key, and do it, right? You gotta do a solid movement. You gotta look. I forgot to say that whenever you slide, when you jump, you gotta press the key where you want to tap chase to, move the mouse to the direction you want to go to, and scroll wheel at the same time. I know it sounds a little complicated, but once you get all the movements and all the steps together, you just gotta keep practicing and keep practicing. It's gonna come naturally after that. So basically, you know, so whenever you get this down, just slide, jump, and do, you know, the step that I told you. To go to the direction you want to go, and scroll wheel, and go and put the mouse to the direction you want to tap trade to. The best thing that you could do is use the jump. Like jump is your best friend when learning how to tap trade, cause it's gonna give you a boost right away, right? So the thing you want to do is just go to, you know, jump, look to the side with your mouse, press the key where you want to go, and scroll wheel like I said before, just everything in one movement. And touch tracing on the jump is a little easier since you don't have to scroll that, you know, like a slide and do all that extra stuff. It's just you go up, jump, and look whatever, and tap straight whatever you want to go. You know, look, scroll, and push your mouse whatever direction you're choosing to tap straight to. This you go, and go wherever you want to go. Right?
Must go faster.
Look how I'm gonna show you. This is what I was telling you. Use Arcane. Arcane as, you know, it's the fastest legend when it comes to running in the game. So it's gonna be pretty good for you to learn how to tap it. You know, the tools that it gives you, it's gonna help you a lot for you to, you know, utilize better. So the more movement you have, the more, because the more movement you have, the more what's the name of it? Okay, the more momentum you, because the more momentum you have, the better the tap drive is gonna be. So whenever you know, you just gotta practice, just step by step, just practice how to tap trade little by little, just try to get the hang of the keys down. And like I said, you could just change any key if you need to. If your hands don't feel comfortable enough with the keys that you have, for example, like I said, you know, I don't feel comfortable using the A keybind, so I change it to E. Feel free to do any type of adjustment that you gotta do for you to be able to tap shift, you know? And so that's basically it. You just, after that, you know, gotta keep practicing, and it's gonna get to a point when, you know, when you're more consistent with tap chafing, that you wanna, you know, explore more of what tap chafe is. And so that's basically it. You just, after that, you just, you know, gotta keep practicing, and it's gonna get to a point when, you know, when you're more consistent with tap chafing, that you wanna, you know, explore more of what tap chafe is. So that's basically it with tap tracing. There's nothing else that you could. So that's basically it to learn how to tap trace. You just gotta follow the steps and try to get the movement down with the keypad. I know it's a little weird in the beginning because you know you're not really used to pressing all those keypads. That was fucking me in the asshole because I'm fucking getting so irritated, man. So that's basically it. That's all you gotta do for you to be able to learn how to tap trace. Whenever you're utilizing, you're able to, you know, to like tap trace more consistently. You could start like playing around with it, like actually, you know, exploring like what possibility you have with it. For example, whenever you learn how to
Ready, set, go!
for example, when you already, you know, learn how to tap trace, you can incorporate it into like doing a tap trace wall bounce. This is pretty good in close quarters fights because nobody, you know, it's gonna be pretty. It's gonna. This is really good in close quarters, you know, because like your opponent's not gonna be expect for you to change directions out of nowhere and just wall and just fucking bounce on the wall and just land on him. Basically, it's gonna break their ankles. This comes in this right here is really good when like you are having a fight in close quarters. You have like a wall near you. It's a pretty good way for either get away, use it as a fight technique.
Rápido, rápido!